Hello, all my monster movie maniacs out there. It is I, Mark the Movie Man, and welcome once again to the Movie Man's Monster Movie Musings. So glad you could join us here in the Creature Cave today as we take a look at an independent horror film. It's a monster film, of course, and it's called The Beast Within. Not to be confused with the early 80s Beast Within. No, this is a brand new one, brought to us by director Chris Green and Stephen Morana. And we get the story of August, who's also played by Steve Morana, who is a developer of a video game, an app, mobile program that is based off of a card game called Werewolves Awaken. Well, on launch night, there's a big party, and his introvert self is kind of not comfortable with the fact he has to go out and hobnob and socialize. Well, along the way, he does meet up with his online girlfriend, which also there's a bit of an awkward moment with them as well. Well, things really get awkward as guests start turning up dead, being shredded to bits, having their entrails become their outrails and such. And we see how the guests at the party try to survive the night, figure out what creature might actually be doing this and how to stop it. Beast Within is an independent horror film that surprised me. I saw the trailer and I'm like, okay. But then when I got to see the movie, I was actually impressed. This film clips along nicely, and it's a decent monster film. We don't have enough werewolf films out there to begin with. So to get one that is actually decent and a bit of a more modern spin, I appreciate the effort quite a bit, especially the fact that it's not trying to be retro at all. It is trying to give itself its own identity, a more modern spin, and I like that quite a bit. Now, we've got Stephen Morana, like I mentioned, who plays fantastically as August. You feel for this guy who really doesn't want to be there. He's having a little bit of time. He learns some things about his online girlfriend, Cheyenne, who's played wonderfully by Holly Deveaux. These two play off each other very well, like the dialogue between them. And yeah, there's not like a drop-down, drag-out conflict or whatever between them like you sometimes see, but there is some friction between these two during the movie, and I enjoyed that as well. I thought that was well handled, better than most films like this handle that type of thing. We also have a wider variety of other characters in here, including Father Roman, who is played by a veteran actor, Colm Feore, and he was fantastic in here. You might recognize him from Umbrella Academy, and also he was in Iron Eagle 2. That's when I remember seeing him. So what can I say? I am old. We've also got Ari Millen in here playing the Remy character, who was this guy. Yeah, it's just a wild character, just very charismatic. And then what they do with his character as the movie goes along, I really thought it was well written. So there's a lot of talent here on screen in this film, and the editing I thought was well done. It's paced really well. There aren't a lot of slow spots in this film for sure, and the cinematography really keeps things interesting with playing with the lights and the shadows in that, and not getting to really see things right away of the beast that's out there. So handled that well too. So let's head on over. We've got a new thing called the Monster Meter. Yes, that's right. Where I'm going to give you a rating of 3 categories. And yeah, that'll be kind of how we rate these monster films going forward. And we're giving it a try. Let me know your comments, what you think of this. So let's head over to the Monster Meter. So the first up we have is makeup/gore effects for this film. On a scale of 1 to 5, I give it 4 skulls. I was really impressed by all the practical gore and makeup effects they had in here. Visceral, bloody, messy, gooey. It was great to see so much practical in here. There is some CGI, unfortunately, but not a lot, and it didn't take me out of the film. Where they have a lot of the practical effects, though, it works, and it works well. So 4 out of 5 for makeup and gore effects. For the monster itself, a little bit above average for your Wolfman. I really liked the design. I went with the practical suit on him, though they did do kind of the CGI for the transformation. Not everybody can be American Werewolf in London, but when you do get to see the Wolfman. He's creepy, he's scary, and very furry, and looked really, really cool. So 4 there. And the mayhem, how much killing and action does the monster do on screen? Well, there is quite a bit as well. So that gets a 4 out of 5 skulls as well. Yes, that's right. 4 out of 5 skulls for the mayhem this monster calls. They don't spend too much time in a lull before you finally get some creepy out of the corner of your eye monster action going on, and it stays consistent throughout this film. So there you have it, 4, 4, and 4. So that's a monster rating of 12 out of 15, and not too bad for an independent Wolfman movie. I suggest you check this out. I think it's worth a watch, especially if you're looking for decent modern Wolfman films. They're not reinventing the wheel or coming up with anything like drastically different, but at the same time they do come up with something that's highly entertaining. And that'll do it, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out all the other stuff on the Monsters, Madness, and Magic YouTube channel here, as well as their website. And if you're so inclined, I have a website as well, specialmarkproductions.com. You can swing over there or on my YouTube channel as well for even more reviews. So thank you very much, and we'll just say now a good night, everyone.